the phone on because it's over there being charged.
Okay, I'm recording. Alexis is gonna remind me when I'm all done to stop recording because we don't need all of it. So what I'm going to do today real quick is I'm going to go quickly through doing a Facebook ad via command, and I'll interject some parts and pieces in there that you're going to want to take a look at. And the folks that are on today, Alexis is going to give me the list of who's on here, and I will send out the Zoom link for the Zoom recording, so you can go back through it and look at it, as well as where I got the information and kind of how I did it. So you'll have the big picture and then me kind of going through it real quick. So if I go through it quick, it's okay. You know, we can stop and answer a couple questions, but the intention is not such that you're going to be able to follow along with me in your own command and do it yourselves. Okay? Everybody clear and good on that? So I am going to share my screen, which I always just get really confused with. And go to command. So everyone can see my screen, right? You don't need to holler. If you do have a question, if you would just unmute yourself and ask the question versus the chat bar, because sometimes I don't see that or look at that happening. So just do that. And I'm going to minimize y'all on my side here. Okay. So one of the first things that you have to make sure you have completed is your marketing profile. And again, I'm going to go through some of this kind of quickly.
English is their second language.
I am in command. I hear someone talking, unless I hear Alexis in the background there. I am in agent.kw.com, or you can get to it console.kw. You know how to get into command. The marketing profile, if you click on your arrow up here and go to settings, and again, I'm not going to go slow through it. I'm just going to click through. Go to settings, go to connect settings. I had to get the right one. And then just click on marketing profile. You can go through this marketing profile Kelly guide if you haven't done anything with it yet, and it will basically walk you through these parts and pieces, uploading a photo, putting all of your information in here, making sure you have a bio and whatever your website is, email.
Diane, isn't this, won't Scott Leroy Marketing do this for agents?
Some of it. I want you guys to make sure that you have it and that the information is accurate. If he doesn't have a photo of you, you're just going to get a general KW photo here.
Right. And then, so anybody who doesn't know, reach out to me and I will share with you Scott Leroy Marketing. They are a benefit of being at Keller Williams, and they can set up a lot of your command stuff for you, especially if you're moving from one brokerage to us. Okay? Sorry.
Yeah, and I think Alexis sends that out, especially for people that come on board that maybe transfer.
You know, the only problem is that they get so much stuff in the beginning, and when you look, because this is what I'm hearing, and then they go on command and they're looking and they're like, oh my gosh, what is all this? So I just wanted to say Scott Leroy Marketing.
Yep. Okay, and so you're just going to scroll down and go through all the way down here. I wouldn't worry about any of this stuff for now, unless you want to put that in there. The one thing you do want to make sure is that your branded app link right here is branded to yourself, because that's going to throw into all of your marketing pieces. Now, to get to that, again, I'm going to go a little fast. So to get to that, what is my app link? If you're not sure where that is, go to consumer down at the bottom left. And if you're not able to see all of these applets, what they're called, sometimes you have to minimize your screen. So right now, if you see up here, I'm at 80% in order to be able to get down to the bottom here. So I'm going to click on consumer. You want to go to site and app settings. And if I sound kind of maybe wishy-washy because I'm still learning it, site and app settings, go to URLs. And then right down here, your app URL is right here. So you can copy that and paste it into that profile. Okay, so that's enough on the profile part, okay? Next thing that you have to do before you're going to set up a Facebook ad, and I don't know that Scott Leroy does this part, but again, go to settings, and you need to make sure that you have your Facebook account attached or connected, I guess is the word. There's two separate parts to this, and it does have to be a Facebook business page. So not your personal account. It does have to be a business page that you're directing and doing these ads out of. So right now on mine, you can see the applications that I already have connected. There's two Facebook one. One is just a post scheduling, so you can actually go ahead of time and create posts that are going to auto send to your business Facebook page, like a happy holidays or whatever it happens to be, and get those all set up for the rest of the year if you wanted to. You have to have that one done. You would just come in here and it would say connect. It would ask for your Facebook passwords and stuff, and it would bring up whatever pages that you have that you're admin on. You would just select which ones you want. The other one, there's two. The other one is for your marketing, where it has right here the Facebook Ads Manager. So you have to make sure those two Facebook pieces are connected. And you can see where mine are connected there. So that's the second thing that you have to make sure of when you are getting set up and ready to utilize the Facebook ads via command, because it's really robust versus doing it on your own from your own Facebook. So far so good. Any questions real quick before I scoot on next to the next thing?
Diane, so I'm assuming
Yes.
Facebook ads has to be set up first, correct? I mean, ads manager.
In command. When you set up, so Alicia, when somebody has to already have their Facebook business page set up.
But what about ads manager? It's separate from the business page. So is the ads manager already set up?
I've never had to set up an ads manager. I've always had a Facebook business page. I think it automatically did that when they now created ads managers.
Okay.
So I'm kind of, I don't know. So if somebody brand new does not have a Facebook page already and has to do that and tries to connect, we may need to talk. So if it doesn't work for you, let me know. We can look at it one off and see what happens. But it has to be a business page that you are admin to.
Yeah, well, you can't do ads from a personal profile at all.
Exactly, right.
No.
That's what I'm saying. For this purpose here, for command, it does have to be obviously a business page. So, okay. So now actually creating we're setting up now to get an ad set up. I am going to use, for the purpose of this, a for sale ad. In this case, the property that I'm going to be showing you is not just listed. It's in a 55 plus little manufactured leasehold thing. So it's still on the market, and so I'm going to do it as a for sale. First thing we want to do though is coming in here, and you want to set up a land. Huh?
Who's calling?
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone's on. Lainey, mute yourself. First thing you want to do is you want to set up a landing page for the listing that you are going to promote in your ad. Down here, you can see these little applets. We're going to go to consumer again. See how you have landing pages, agent site pages, and guide building. I'm going to
You called me last week, sir, and I said that the COVID was making it difficult right now, and I said no already. So,
Lady, can you
sorry.
mute yourself? Sorry. So you're going to want to create a new site, and it's going to be a standalone page, which is going to be a landing page. This is quick and easy. There's other options that you'll see in here you can do, but we're just going the quick and easy route. Create page. Come up here, change the name of it. In this case, it's going to be, I forgot the address, but I'm just going to put in the MLS because I'll pull it up here in a minute. And see these little widgets over here? These are just drag and drop pieces. There's three things that we're going to do for this particular landing page. First is going to be this branded header. This is where it was important that if you've already done your marketing profile, just click it, drag it over here, and plop it in. So here's my branded header. Next step is I want to actually put the listing in there. So right here where it says listing, I'm going to pull over here and drag it in. Now, obviously, this is not the listing yet. I'm going to configure this stuff here in a minute. Then the last thing I want to do is come down to the bottom here, and the next thing is going to be a lead form. There it is. I'm going to drop that down at the bottom. So the bottom of this landing page has a lead form on it. Okay. So once you have those 3 widgets in, now you can play around with the other stuff if you like. We're just doing this for now. You're going to hit configure widgets. Right here, the first one is your branded header. You can select that. Right up here is where you want to, the header text is going to show up on this banner here. So for this property, I can put for sale in Dulce, I think it's Dulce Vita. You only have so many characters, so you can't put a whole lot. Everything should now pull in and populate from your marketing profile. You're going to hit save and apply. So now it's going to show up right there. You're going to click on this little next thing, which is going to take you to the listing. This is where, if it's a KW listing, KWLS, you're going to select browse listings. And I think I might need the listing address on this instead of this 372. I think I do. Hold on just a minute. Let me find the listing address real quick. This is Julie Rogeman's listing. So there it is, 3301 East Goldfield, South Goldfield Road. Copy, paste, search. So it shows up right here. I'm going to select, this is the one I want, 3301 South Goldfield by Julie Rogeman. Hit select. And now it's going to populate the information from the actual listing. I can change what image I want to show on here versus the front of it. I think in this case, I am just going to show, I'll show this front. But it shows the listing pictures that are there. You're going to always hit save and apply. That way you'll be able to see now where it's, what it's doing. So there's that. There's the address, the information. It's got the square footage, bedroom, baths. It's got the details about the property that the listing agent has put in there. It's got the scrolling of all of the photos. It's got a map of where it is. All's good. And that last thing is you want to go to the third widget on here, which is the lead form. You can leave it interested, let's talk. You can say schedule
English.
your,
Wow.
somebody's not muted.
Me.
You're showing today.
Get
Save and apply,
answer to.
and then it will change it. Schedule you showing today. Okay. So that is going to be my landing page. Once I have it in how I want it, that's where I'm going to put that address. I want to name the landing page the address instead of that. Okay. And you're going to hit publish page. Would you want to publish it? Yes, I do. All right. So that's what we're going to do on that. Next step is going to be the actual Facebook creating the actual ad. So I'm going to come down here to campaigns on the left. Let it do its thing. This is the main dashboard of your campaigns where you can see what you've been doing, some of the performance on ads. I think it's still thinking a little bit. But I'm going to go directly to create a new campaign. Actually, here's where the paid ads, you can see any of the Facebook ads that have happened. I've done a couple, not really a lot of great success, but while I'm here, you can see this little 4 or this 13. If you click on that 13, it will actually take you to those leads that came in. And that's only because the ad was done via the command Facebook ad versus just on your own from your own business page and create an ad there. Okay, so I'm going to hit create a new campaign. I want to do a social ad. I'm going to enter the name of the campaign, which is this for sale, the address for sale, so I can see that. You can see that here on the left, the different properties. Now, what I've been told is that it doesn't really matter which of these boxes that you select as far as, oh, I want to attract buyers or advertise a listing. It's at the end of the day, it's not going to matter who sees it or who doesn't based on these boxes. The only piece I want you to take away is where this one says advertise multiple listings. If you do it through there, you are not going to be able to select for the client or the Facebook user to complete the Facebook lead form, which is what we want to happen. The other ones, you all get that option there. So I'm just gonna, because it's a listing, I'm gonna say attract buyers just because I can. I just do it on Facebook. You can try, test and measure Instagram, Twitter, see what works best for you. For this case, I'm just gonna do Facebook. Sorry, my little, get away from there, and hit set up campaign. Sometimes I found if this box doesn't go away right away, then just click out of it. So I'll be honest, Firefox does not play as nice with some of this as if I were doing it in Chrome. So just a heads up on that. I don't know why. I've even tried Firefox doing it as a incognito, and it's still, sometimes photos come in weird and stuff like that. So, okay. So right here where it says add a listing, because we're doing this based on a listing, I'm going to select add a listing by that property address again. This way, all of the photos and stuff, it shows, if it does this, says no records found over here, make sure you're saying all listings. And see, you can do actives, you can do solds, any of that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of opportunity. I'm going to do a sold one later today and see how that works on a listing that's selling today, to see how that works as well. So I'm going to come over here and select. So it's going to automatically pull in the information over here on the right is where it's starting to show the feed, the preview of what it's going to look like. You've got add text. You can change any of this or leave it the way it is. I'm going to leave it the way it is for right now. That's what shows up here.
So can I delete these?
Down here where it says this headline, this is where you might want to put schedule, not the J, schedule, EDUL, your in-person or virtual showing today, or something like that. And you can see where it's showing up right down here. You can have a description. That's what's going to show up here at the bottom. This enter text clearly is going to show up here. Great home in a quiet retirement community, just say. Or however much. You have more here, but I have found that or heard that the more details you put in here, the less likely somebody's going to click on it because they already know everything. So you want to give somebody a reason to actually click on your ad and then go through that process. Add media you don't need to do because we're using this link from here. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to go down to the Facebook ad details. So we're doing the channel options. So the pages that you have, the account is going to be based on your personal account.
I wondered why you didn't do it when you were at my house. He just went like this with her.
Lainey, Angela, can you guys mute yourselves?
Well, they just closed the cafe yesterday.
Hey Diane, I don't think that's here. Can you use them since you're the person who started the meeting?
I'm sorry, what?
Can you mute them because you have access?
I didn't want to try and find it from here because I don't know where I'm at. Okay, that's all right. We'll just keep going.
Just
What's the vaccine?
a box,
Get it and just
put your mouse in her box, and the button will show up for you to click
The
mute.
death rates of it are
On her
so
name,
unbelievably
by her
low.
name.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Like serious.
I just want to get through this because
So it's like, okay, it's the same as damn cold. People get a cold every single day.
Except the people I heard.
or I will try and find now.
Yeah, but
Or click on where it says participants, hover your mouse on your screen. At the top, it's gonna show up.
Okay.
Participants. Click that,
I got
all
it,
of our
I got
names
it,
will
okay.
show up, and you can mute her from there too.
Okay, I got it now. Okay. Whew. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. So the Facebook account is mine. That's my personal. And then the pages that I have set up in here that I am admin on, I guess. I want to do it from my business page. This destination here, you always want to do this use Facebook lead generation form. Now you saw that when we did the landing page, we did add a lead form, contact form there as well. This one, by them clicking this, it will then take them to that landing page. And if they messed up, or maybe, you know, I don't want to give my right number or whatever on that page, now when they're in that interested, you know, that other contact form, and they really like the place, they may be more likely to give you the correct information. Okay. So use the Facebook lead generation form. That's what we want. Call to action button. So usually learn more is sufficient. That's what I typically will leave it at. This is where that landing page that we created, choose landing page. It's going to give us an option based on the pages that we did already. And that's why it's important to name them correctly. So right here, here's the landing page that I did. I'm going to select that. And so now it's automatically, when they say click on learn more, it's going to take them directly to that landing page. Now the ad targeting, because it's showing the listing is in Apache Junction, it's going to automatically do this for me. I can customize the settings. Maybe, and I know Sasha did this with a listing she had, is to get the location from somewhere else, not in Arizona. So this is a retirement community. So maybe I want to do something in Tacoma, Washington or something like that. Not necessarily just around the property itself. I mean, you have to put your buyer hat on for that property and make a determination on where do you really want this ad to show up the most. So I'm going to see if I can't do something like Tacoma, Washington. And they did say that you have to spell out the state for it to pop up. I don't know if that's going to work. I'm only going to run it for like a day. We'll see what happens for this one. Targeting, I haven't done a lot of the targeting stuff where you can say, I just want to get people that are homeowners or retirees. I think that minimizes your reach at that point. I might be wrong. I don't know. But I've tried to keep that interest part down to just let it be what it is.
It's actually illegal now to do it by age.
Yeah, they don't have it. Well, and Alicia, I'm glad you brought that up, because in the command part, that isn't an option.
Okay.
It is if you're doing it on your phone.
Something that could work is the targeting.
This is all we have is interests.
Like if somebody were to work with Lisa and get like a spreadsheet of, you know, like depending, you know, if they're targeting a certain area and she pulls data, you can actually upload like a spreadsheet of names, emails, phone numbers, and Facebook will attempt to target them too. So if it's not something like this, like, you know, you're wanting to go out of state or whatever, but if somebody's working like with Lisa in the title and they're saying, hey, I want to target, you know, this neighborhood I'm farming or whatever, you can actually get a list of a database that you can put and it will just target those people.
So let me hold that thought for a second. And this targeting, the only option we have here is interest. So we don't have any of the other stuff that you can get targeting when you're doing your own Facebook ad, and it's only because it's within command. So as far as the database,
yeah,
I can only, I believe, target people in my database when I do it through command. So I wouldn't be able to do what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Facebook ads and stuff are based on Keller Williams International and Facebook. That's the relationship, not me and Facebook or my business page and Facebook. So they have come up with, we're not going to do age, you know, that kind of stuff. So so it's going to look and feel a little bit different than folks that have already gone through their own ads manager and created ads that way. But the other good part is that there's a good reason for doing it this way is we have the bulk, I guess, however you want to call it. I don't remember the words that they use, but the bulk of my ad now being having a bulk behind me of Keller Williams International versus just me as my business page, and maybe it'll hit these other people. So I have more opportunity by doing it from here than doing it from my own business page, if that makes
Elise,
sense.
I'm going to ask you a question after Diane's done about this issue, okay?
Am I done about this issue? Or you want me to just keep going? I'm almost done
No,
with
no,
it.
no, no. I'm going to ask Alicia a question in front of everybody about this issue when you are done. I just wanted to
Okay.
remind her.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to do Tacoma, Washington. I'm going to do 20-mile radius. And the next step is down here. I'm going to, wait, I'm going to go up one more, ad media. I said I wasn't going to do ad media because it did show this first picture, but I wanted to point this out here that you have up to 5 pictures that you can use. When I select add more, in this case, it's going to bring up more pictures of this property. And I'm going to select, maybe I'll select that one. The good thing about what this is doing is that Facebook will automatically take each of those pictures, and whichever one is getting the most bang for the buck, so to speak, that's the way it will run the ad moving forward. So it kind of in the background does this diagnostic as far as which photo is getting the most impressions.
So Dan, I have a question.
That's a good thing. Yes, Con.
Yeah, the question that I have, you are placing this ad in Tacoma, Washington. So
I am.
the people in Tacoma, Washington, do they have to like your business page to see this ad, or anybody in Tacoma, Washington is going to see this ad?
Anybody that sees the ad on their Facebook feed just can click learn more, and it would take them to my landing page.
Okay, so they don't have to like the page.
Correct. They aren't, it's not associated in any way with just people that like my business page.
Okay, I see. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
It's going to end up being like one of those sponsored ads that you see all the time.
Yeah, it'll say, yeah, right here. See where it says sponsored?
Okay, I see. Okay,
Yep.
got it. Okay.
Doesn't matter who they are there. Images. Oh, DBA logo. Ad media. So the DBA logo, doing business as, which is Keller Williams Legacy One Realty. I do need to put that in here. And if you, while I'm getting it, if you do like a just listed design template piece, you can add your DBA logo in there, and you won't need to do it here. But because I'm doing it straight from the listing pictures, and you can see that there is no DBA logo in there, I have to find my Legacy One. And please make sure you're always using the correct logo, because there are some variations out there. It has to be this one right here. And it will show up there at the bottom once we're done. Bottom right is where it will show up. Save ad media. All right. Last thing on here is going to be the budget. Like I said, I'm not going to do, they recommend doing a 10-day, $30. So it's like $3 a day. You can obviously change this to however you want it. I'll just go to like 2 days for $10. So it's $5 a day is what it's going to do. Now, once you hit save and start doing this, it is going to go up into a preview, kind of it's going to make sure, Facebook's going to make sure it's okay. And it's usually about 24 hours, and then it will start sending. Once you hit that, you can't, like in the regular business pages, you can't change it. You can stop it and pause the ad until it reaches its time, and then you're going to get credit in this Facebook account for the next ad, but you can't change it. You can't modify anything on this particular ad while it's running. So that's one of the other challenges, if you want to call it. Whereas if you ran a regular Facebook ad from your business page through Ads Manager, you could tweak it and change things and stop it or whatever, and it's only going to charge you whatever for those couple of days. This, you'll see the charge go to Keller Williams, and then Keller Williams then pays Facebook. So when you see the charge hit your credit card, it's going to say Keller Williams, not from Facebook advertising or whatever it says. Good?
Hey Diane, can you go back and just tell me one more time how to add the logo for DBA?
I'm gonna refer you to either ask me later or relook at the video. You have to have the logo already downloaded somewhere on your computer. You just add it in Add Media.
It's already there, so I just missed how
It's
you
already
add it.
right there?
Yeah.
Then you don't need to add it. See?
Oh, okay.
If it's already showing there, you've already put it in this particular one.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
already there. I didn't do it, but it shows.
Not sure. I'd have to look at what you're doing, but I don't know why I have to minimize my screen because it's not, I can't get to the bottom of this where I have it. Add and duration, okay, because of this darn Zoom thing. All right, so at this point I would find wherever my, sorry, it got so small there. Publish campaign, there it is. So as long as I read through Spacious Yet Cozy Home, you're gonna read through and make sure everything's good, you're gonna hit Publish Campaign, okay? Assuming that I hit Publish, I'm gonna save it as a draft in here. You're gonna come back over, you're gonna see it in your paid campaigns. It will show in preview or something that shows there in a preview. Payments, the last thing I'll bring up here is you do have to make sure that you have a credit card on file with them under the payments, and just hit add payment method. That's what's going to get charged. And again, it's going to get charged and it's going to say Keller Williams International on the charge versus Facebook. So I'm going to stop the recording, and maybe if I can find my little recording, I have to stop share, I think, first. Oh, there it is. Stop
It's on
recording.
the bot. Yeah, you see it.